Hi, guys. Guess what? It's that time. What time? Here we go.
Welcome, Cantina is open. Yes, 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 yes.
I had a really messed up day. Made a little Chardonnay. And I came to party. So I'm going to the front of the line. Let the night call me online. I'm going to the front of the line.
And I got someone backstage.
Here we go. It is Cantina time. The doors are open. The dogs are looking for treats. And I am kitting up a diamond painting because I just found I was working on a blue bonnet one for my mom. And I just came across a whole bunch of new coasters that they're not new. I bought them, but they've been sitting in another room, and I just realized they're there. So I'm like, time to do these because they're so much easier than doing a full thing that big. So anyhow, how are y'all doing? Yes. Let me real quickly do this real quick and pull things up. We got people in chat. Let me pull out my chat so I can actually, yes, doggies, I love you guys, but you're being noisy. Yes, you're being noisy. You're not getting any more treats. You're going to get fat. You will get fat if I keep giving you more and more treats. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Yes. I know. Hi, Pia. Hi, you too. So, first in chat today, the prize goes to Oscar. We know my Oscar. I'm almost ready every time I do Cantina to add something at the top of it saying, okay, Oscar, what time is it? Okay, no. And also, oh, is that at Crystola? First of all, we've got Cantina. Yes, 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 yes. And then Miss Crystola, whose name is officially, I'm going to shut these dogs up, and whose name is officially Ariel for today. So see, we got the, oh my God. Okay, we got a little, we got to get to sleep. We need a little to go to sleep so we can sit here with our GCM. Oh my God. Okay. It's going to be a fun night when I'm already doing stuff like this. Yes, we would love to have you come up, my dear. And I got all my favorite people here. Yay, yay. Oh, no, not me. I don't count as my people. Hello, Cassie. Yeah, I'm holding this. And she's like, I want a treat. I want a treat. So how are y'all doing? Gulf Coast, Emmy got a Little Mermaid dress. And oh my gosh, Crystola. I was earlier today, I was kind of hopping from chat to chat while I was researching for the Mental Health Live. And I went into Noodle Mash's chat. And oh my gosh, I did. Yeah, great Southern Mama. There you go, GCM. And I was watching her and oh my God, it's like everything she said, I was like, oh my God, I love that. Oh my God, I love that. It's like Supernatural, huge Supernatural fan. She does diamond paintings, and which of course you guys know that. Then she was talking about Ursula, and I'm like, I got my Ursula cosplay. Actually, I got to fix that Ursula cosplay. So, but would you stop barking, please? Yes, keep the mouth full, and then you won't bark. So, Crystola, she looks like Carrot Top. Oh my God. Has anyone ever seen Carrot Top in concert? Every time I'm in Vegas, he's like there, and I've never gone to see him. For some reason, I've just never been like, I want to see it. Kelly, how you, my dear Kelly? I did not get to listen to your last message. I sat down and I saw it. I'm like, I'll get it later for sure. So, how are you? How are you, Miss Kelly? And something tells me Oscar came, then ran, and then he'll be back at some point here. Oh my God, I know you guys can't hear that, but I've got the parrot in the other room whistling. Just over and over. Whistle, whistle, whistle. Yeah. So what we got here, what the voluntary goes to see. Okay. Thank you. But he's always live. He literally is always live in Vegas all the time. And I'm like, okay, maybe some people like Carrot Top, I guess. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out what I want to go see. I have not seen the Michael Jackson Cirque show yet, so that might be on my list. Death 6 after last week or 2 weeks ago or something. I don't even know how long ago it was now. So you love, yeah, CGCM. I don't get him. I don't get him. I'm sorry, I don't get him. And I try, but yeah, you know what's funny? I used to teach after school care, and then I actually taught for a couple years. All of a sudden I was on Facebook. I always loved the teachers' pets for me were all the troublemaker kids. They were the ones I loved. I love kids who took all my time. I just loved it. And I had a couple, it was like 5th, 6th grades that I would do. And there were a couple kids there that were just little guys who were just, oh my God, they were hilarious and everything. Well, one of them, I'm on Facebook a couple, maybe 2 years ago, and one of them gets back in touch with me. It's like, hey, Miss Cindy, and I'm like, what? Oh my gosh, that's you. Adult now. Then it goes further. One of them who was just amazing is now a comedian. And he actually does gigs at shows that I go to. I mean, he's actually gotten pretty good, which I could see. Because when he was a kid, he was amazing. He was funny as a kid. So stand-up is good, but you gotta know, you gotta have the talent for stand-up and gotta know who to watch. Yeah, no, Ian was great. Ian was he had the knack as a kid, and it's totally followed his whole life. Totally followed that. So, okay, let me put this down. So I'm going to have to put the diamond painting stuff. Mod switch to all messages. Yes. Hopefully we'll be good tonight. So, and you guys know Cantina's usually low. Yeah, but whoever knows? We don't know anymore. So let me pull up the link for everyone if anyone wants to pop on up here. Of course, I put all my diamonds over everything, so I cannot type on my freaking keyboard. Okay, there you go. There we go. Cool. You've seen Jerry Seinfeld? Oh my God, Bill Maher. You know, my dad, actually, I think it was Bill Maher. My dad was actually interviewed by, I think it was him. And so for TV, actually. So, but yeah, no, it's always fun. Yeah, we've got to figure out everything. I hate when comedians get canceled. I mean, that is, yeah. I agree with you. The fact that some people go overboard. I'm the first one to say some people go overboard. But the thing with comedy is it's different for everyone. What makes me laugh is not going to make everyone else laugh. Okay. And there's a lot of gray space there. I mean, for what people really enjoy and stuff. So, okay, we put the treats here and get the dog to stop barking. And also, someone backstage. Yes. Here she is. She was, what, number 2 or number 3 in chat? I think she might have been number 2 in chat, if you don't count me, which I don't count. No, not at all. It is Miss Cajun True Crime Girl.
With different hair.
I love the hair. I saw the hair earlier today, and I was like, oh my God, that's so cute.
Oh my gosh. It took 6 hours.
Oh my gosh. See, that's the one thing I would love to do something like that. But at age 52, I think I'm beyond. I don't know. I should do it for fun someday.
I mean, my mom told me that she wouldn't claim me if I shaved my head. So I was like, okay, well, I guess I'll go pink.
Yes. Oh, it's so funny. I don't know if some of you guys might remember, I have a niece that pops into cantinas and stuff like that every now and then. And I've always got, so she's in college now, but it's always so funny because she got tattoos. Well, my uncle, her grandfather, is like, if you ever walk in with a tattoo, I will disown you. So she literally covers them up with long sleeves and stuff like that. The funniest thing, the last time we were there when Mom broke her
Yeah.
hip and all that, we're sitting there at one time. This is before she broke her hip. It was her graduation and all that. And she's showing my mom and me her tattoo. And we come back in and we're sitting eating dinner one day. And my mom's like, oh my God, I just loved your tattoo. That was the greatest thing. And I'm like, oh my God, please, don't. Thank God my uncles have, actually, I think he knows. I think he knows. And he's just trying not to address the fact he knows because she is a college kid now.
Right. I mean, I had one rule, and it was you cannot get a tattoo before you turn 21, and we'll pay for college. And I was like, okay, done. Like, I can do a whole bunch of other stuff. I don't have to get a tattoo until I'm 21.
Oh, yes. I'm trying to bring Crystola up. She said just kick her if we can't hear her, and she'll walk. Right now, it's not logging you in yet, but I'm going to keep an eye out. Crystola. I'm going to keep trying to bring it. It's not connecting right now. So, see, I used to, this is like the longest my hair has actually gotten. And I know I'd have to do it like temporary type because I wouldn't want, what happened last time, I grew my hair long because my mom, ovarian cancer, and someone donated hair for her and just in her name. And it was the sweetest thing ever. So I grew my hair out to about where it is now. And I was so excited. And then about a couple weeks before I went to go get it cut back to my short hair and all, I went and did highlights.
And you cannot donate bleached hair.
Nope.
No.
So that was out the door. So I got
Yeah.
it cut. She's going, okay, you can walk outside. Sounds great, Crystola. So yeah, so I just did it. But talk about things with growing to a certain age. My mom had a deal with my grandmother for getting married. My grandmother got married at like 15, 16, something like that, that time frame. And so she had told my mom if she waited until she was 25, I think it was, she would take my mom to the nicest restaurant in San Antonio, which at that time was up at the top of the tower at Hemisphere. And so my mom got married at 26, just so she could go. She had me at 27. But I'm like, okay. But yeah, I'm like, okay, that works. It worked. And all my nieces are actually, my brother's daughter is late 20s now. We only have one that's married so far. So everyone's taking their good old sweet time. So
Yeah.
oh.
Yeah. I mean, whenever I got this one, I wore long sleeves for a while because, I mean, probably wasn't the smartest idea to do that while I'm in liver failure.
But it was fun.
I
It was
mean,
fun.
Post Malone's autograph, my best friend was here. We had to celebrate it.
No, that is when you get things. It's like my mom and I, we were going to do butterflies for her cancer thing when she hit 10 years, and she still won't do it. So I may just go ahead and do it all myself. Tim is here. You heard about what? No, I didn't, Tim.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Okay. I've been so busy that I was researching. So what, anything additional than that? Kate and
So,
KK. Oh, we got Crystola.
on Dylan's boots.
Sorry.
On
I forgot to turn it off. I'm
Tim's
sorry.
going
Go
to
ahead.
jump up. Also, Tim's going to jump up also, so you both can help me out
Okay.
with that when he gets up here. You
Yeah,
can go ahead and start. Yeah.
I saw that. I was so excited. So, you know how they had found blood on his boots?
Mm-hmm.
One piece of, or like one section was
Hi there.
Dylan, and
Hey, Tim.
Well, I got
one
the-
was his.
Yeah, I was on Queens, but we read the actual court document. The court document's
Mhm.
out, and it talks about
Okay.
like the factual basis, the probable cause statement. Did you read that?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't gotten to yet.
Oh shoot, man, it's crazy. If you want, I can read it, but if you don't, I can just toss to you on Discord. If you want.
Oh, either way, if everyone right now in chat, if everyone's cool with it, yeah, we can do whatever we
Yeah,
want
read it.
to. Yeah, go ahead and
So
read it.
he's being charged with one count of aggravated murder of the first degree felony and another count of abuse of desecration of a human body. And the factual basis of the probable cause statement: the 19-year-old victim was reported as missing person on or about May 30th, 2022. Sheriff's deputies, along with search and rescue crews, immediately got to work on efforts to locate the victim, but were unsuccessful. During the search, deputies discovered a pair of boots belonging to the victim nearby. One boot had blood stain that DNA analysis confirmed belonged to the victim, in addition to DNA belonging to the defendant. The victim's phone records were also obtained, which showed movements on the day of the disappearance on a remote property in Lucin where defendant were squatting. Phone data showed that the last signal from the victim's phone was at the Lucin pond, and the search of the pond led to the discovery of the victim's phone. A digital forensic download of the phone was conducted and led to the discovery of a time-lapse video with a timestamp taken at the time of the victim's disappearance. The video showed defendant with blood stains on his arms and shirt as he is cleaning a gun. The shirt which defendant is wearing in the video was analyzed, and the victim's DNA was found on the shirt. Defendant was interviewed and made several claims that corroborated forensic evidence, in addition to making numerous demonstrable false statements. Despite a thorough investigation and extensive search, the victim's body was not recovered due to defendant's removing and concealing it.
Oh.
Okay,
Yeah.
so okay,
Yeah,
so this
so-
is the dude that was living
Utah.
in the
Yeah.
shed.
James Brenner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was
So-
he was the other worker, right?
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
the
Right. So
Yeah.
there was Don and then Brenner.
Brenner.
And
And it's Brenner.
Dylan's grandfather basically like allowed them to come and work on the farm.
Yeah.
Gosh.
And
Wow.
they actually found like multiple guns in Brenner's trailer, and he was a felon, or he is a felon, so he's not allowed to have firearms.
That's how they got
So-
him arrested. They held him.
Right.
They were able,
Right.
yeah, exactly. Oh gosh, I'm so happy about that.
I mean,
know.
I was
so excited.
yeah, it was
Well,
interesting.
think about this too, the Murdoch case. I really thought he was gonna walk. I really thought he was gonna walk, y'all,
Me too.
because he was so good at explaining. There's
He
still
screwed
part of me.
himself over almost immediately.
Yeah, I
There's
one
still
juror,
part of me that thinks that he might not have actually done it.
I don't think he pulled the trigger, but I think he knows who did it.
I think he probably hired someone because I think he's
Or that- or
Get
that
money
too.
like that.
Well, I mean, he
Yeah, you
hired
got
somebody
money.
to shoot himself in the head. Why would he not hire somebody to shoot? You know,
Mercy.
come on.
Yeah, exactly. And no, you got money like that. You don't want to necessarily get your hands too dirty because
Yeah.
that's how we can get out of
and
it.
then
But his hands
Also-
were always dirty.
But also, like the prosecutor in the closing arguments, he was like, could there be two people that did this? Sure. And I'm like, why are you saying that in closing arguments? Why are you putting doubt in the juror's mind in your closing arguments? And then he also starts talking about the HBO series.
Because they have a co-conspirator in mind already. That's why.
yeah.
They wanted to convict
I
him
don't know.
first. They wanted
Yeah,
to
so
convict
Mercy-
him first on the capital murder, the first degree murder part.
Yeah.
And then they're going to go after, because you can't do that. It would be like double jeopardy if you brought up something new that they learned and then tried them together.
Yeah.
You see what I'm
But-
saying? So they convicted him, got that out of the way.
I just
Think
wanted
about
to-
it.
1 second, Tim, you were trying to throw something in there, and then we'll go back to KK, then Crystola.
Yeah, I just think like the only problem with the trial I had was that his financials were brought in. A lot of people say that's the motive. I think Gray Hughes says that's basically like the motive. But like that's the thing, I feel like it kind of muddied the water with him and because people just saw how he just lied to everyone, lied to the cops, was kind of a terrible human being. And they says, well, I mean, and one juror that was interviewed during I think like 3 hours ago, I saw it. He was like saying,
Good Morning America.
Good Morning America. He just seemed like he already had an idea that this guy was guilty.
Yeah.
And if you just removed his financial crimes, could you have convicted the man?
Convicted him without, yeah.
Well, with the facts, yeah.
Exactly.
It amazed me that less than 3 hours. If you think of all the paperwork they had to do, that's what amazed me. I thought it was going to take longer than that.
When it popped up that they already had a verdict, it usually when it pops up so fast that they have a verdict, it's usually guilty.
Yeah.
Look what happened with Casey Anthony, though. You see how fast that popped up? And she was found innocent. I really thought it was going to be the same kind of thing because of the reasonable doubt thing, because I had enough reasonable doubt in my mind just from watching him on the stand one time.
Right.
And I don't really know if like, and it bothers me too, because if they're going to charge him, because he has 99 charges against him. And if they're going to continue with all the financial stuff, none of that should have been brought in up, because he did not have life insurance on Mags or Paul. And so he didn't get any money whenever she died.
Also, I think the issue is with the house. One of the houses, the properties the wife and him owned, and it actually worked.
It was in
against
her
them.
name.
Yeah, well, there was one property that was 50-50, and there was one property that was solely in her name. But even then, like her dying, that he couldn't pull the money out of it. He could not.
So where is the motive here? Because they found out he was doing pills. How is that a motive to kill somebody? I do not understand that.
The funny thing you mentioned that is that he claims that he was taking like $50,000 in bills a week or something.
There's no way.
Yeah.
There's no way. He'd be dead.
It's physically impossible.
Yeah,
so
he'd be dead.
I'm wondering where the money's at. Yeah, I'm wondering where the money is at, because there's no way that
Bus knows where it's at.
Okay, but then think about this. Even if he was laundering it and like stealing it, it would still be less time in prison than murder.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, like there's holes in there's not everything we're gonna know, and I think we're never going to know, because the guy's never gonna say it. And I think there's gonna be always questions. Why did he do it? Why did he murder his son and his wife? Even though it doesn't really make sense why you would do it, you're a white collar crime. You could probably have paid a fine and try to make a negotiation, fight it in court.
But
I don't know.
Mercy's sitting here going, well, I mean, we're all doing that. We're all sitting here going,
this one has been, my thing is, okay, we got this. Okay, what's coming up next? What's our next? Now that we have that one done, what's going to be the next thing that we cover?
The one that I'm waiting on.
And then the West Boys popping up too.
The one that I'm waiting on is Letitia Stouch. I hope she hangs herself. I hope she goes in there, because y'all know she's defending herself, right?
Oh yeah.
I hope she goes in there, and I hope she blatantly tells on herself. And I hope she gets let loose in general population, because that one right there really.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, she gets secret messages in her peanut butter sandwiches of people threatening her.
I mean, come on. It's the angels telling her how to get away with murder.
Does she eat her peanut butter sandwich? Does the angels tell her how to cut the crust off the peanut butter sandwich?
Oh yeah, and it's got to be diagonal, and
it's got to go through the vent.
That makes sense. That makes
sense.
The
rats that tell her in her ear at night, her defense.
And how much to eat and not eat, so that she can slide through the bars to escape.
Exactly.
Did you forget?
And
maybe that's
worm to use to beat somebody up with, so that she can get tased again.
Wait a minute. Maybe you guys don't realize the genius. Maybe she's storing the peanut butter, and then she's planning on wiping the peanut butter all over her body, so she can go through the bars.
A genius. I'm gonna smack you.
Just like
she
literally.
just gets a little honey to add to it. It's right through.
And then I'm also looking forward to Taylor's Shabusiness. That one's gonna be
That
interesting,
one.
and then Idaho 4's in June.
Yeah, exactly. Oh
Okay,
yeah, bitch for life. Okay, yeah, it's
I
fun having it,
know
Tim.
that
We
this
get to
one
see
right
the
here
Tim
has
no one else.
been
Yeah,
this one has been beaten like a dead horse, but I honestly, I swear to God, like this one right here really makes
which
me
one?
want to have an end. Summer Wells.
Yeah, well, that's a cash
I
cow.
don't
That one's
I
gonna
don't
be
think I
no.
don't
Well,
think
I
we'll
feel
ever
like
get
that's never going
answers.
to end.
We're
It's
not
never
gonna. That's
going to
gonna be
end.
one.
well,
Honestly, I think that's one we're gonna cover for years. Okay, it's never gonna.
It's going to
Yeah,
be like
Tim, you
John
have
Bonet or
something.
Between
Madeline McCann.
you know what? I mean, I don't know too much about that case, but I feel like a good lesson to that
Good,
case.
good, good, because there's too
Okay,
much.
Tim. One
Yeah,
second. Yeah, Tim, go ahead. Sorry.
um, like Athena Strand, kind of like a lot of people have pointed to like Athena Strand when like she was like kidnapped and murdered by that FedEx driver,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and a lot of
God.
so I mean, what if like everyone's been wrong and been pointing fingers at the parents, and it could have been just some guy who just grabbed her?
Okay, that is actually what I've been thinking because there was tree cutters in right there on their property that day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, that's why I tell people, okay, I've made that mistake. Cleo from Australia, when that happened, I was like, oh, yeah, mom and dad, there's no way, no way. And bingo, there
Oh, I
was
thought
some
she
guy
walked
from,
into the water.
yeah. See, and that's it. So we get this idea, and I've always
Now,
been very careful about summer because we don't know. We don't
yeah,
know.
well, I'm
Yeah.
not saying that they weren't neglectful because I do think
Mhm.
what happened was I think that whenever they went to the hospital, they did get pain pills, and I feel like they both fell asleep and they left the boys up to watch her, and then that's when she was taken.
yeah. But let me ask you a question.
That's what I
Would
really think happened, or there was an accident and they're covering up for the boys.
Yeah, but let me ask you a question. Just like the
Yes.
Murdoch trial, when they basically, you feel like, the financial information kind of muddied the waters with his testimony. Do you think because of the Summer family kind of being like not the best parents or not the best characters that it muddied the water to a lot of people, to a lot
I
of
have
people
Yes.
listening?
wondered.
Yes.
I have wondered if they
1000%.
sold her. Yes.
No, I'm saying like as like a
No.
community going into her.
Preconceptions. Yeah, people get this preconception based off of, oh, if the family's like this or that, or they're lower, okay,
Oh
lower
yeah,
financial
that
status,
really
things like
pisses me
that.
off. That
Yeah.
part really pisses me off because I'm not rich by any fucking means.
But you love
But
your
I would
kids.
never ever let anything
Right.
happen to my children. And just because you're poor or you live a certain way, like out in the country or something, it does not make it okay for people to say that. Because if anything, you're more protective of your children. And that's the damn
Good
truth.
point.
Yeah, and I think a lot of times like people
That's the truth.
people are just like with that case, it seems like a lot of cases like people kind of have they're not really responsible with like a lot of times they just accuse people and they don't realize that by accusing these people you are inviting a lot of people because if you think someone has killed a child, they are the lowest individuals in your mind. You say,
Oh,
well,
yes.
Oh yeah.
they deserve all types of punishment, and we have to be kind of careful when we do that because people will think like that and will try to destroy people's lives. I mean, just like Summer, they got
Yeah.
the guys, Don, they got him fired.
Mhm.
Because he was a child killer in their minds, and that's what happened there.
Well, like you just said, that's the lowest person in your mind, but actually the lowest person in my mind would be somebody that violated the child, then killed them.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
kill it or violate.
Unfortunately, but yeah. But yeah, I agree. Okay, our words have power. And what people don't think is the more you go around assigning blame that's not based off of anything other than, oh, it's my gut feeling or this or that, or we got to be careful with what we say. People are innocent until proven guilty.
Exactly. Just because somebody is drunk or high on a live and they're, sitting there like, just because they're going around acting stupid does not make them a murderer. We don't know.
Yeah.
And Mercy, you got a point. Okay, there is sketchy. I've wondered, okay, for example, okay, at one time things were leading in one way with him. And I was like, okay, did mom kind of get rid of, sell her off to protect her and all that? I don't have any proof of those things. But red flags aren't automatically fact.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
they don't lead you to a certain place.
yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Trust me, I'm not defending these people because I
Yeah.
don't know what's happened. I don't know.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
truth is,
exactly.
none of us know. That's the truth.
Yeah, and I also think a lot of times law enforcement keep things really tight wrapped. Like this whole Dylan Rounds thing, no one heard one little thing about the cell phone and the bloody shirt and the blood DNA on the shoes. No one knew for 10 months that law enforcement
Look,
kept it. And
look at what's his name? Harley. Look at Harley.
Yeah.
We didn't even know
Right.
what happened to him.
yeah,
And everybody's sitting there saying that his mama killed him, and he literally climbed down a chimney.
yeah, yeah.
Think
I
about
don't
it.
know, so.
It's. I just feel like you shouldn't start immediately pointing fingers because the world is so full of. I mean, there's a reason that there's such a thing in the courts called what's it called?
Beyond a reasonable
Consequential
Reasonable doubt.
consequential evidence.
Oh, circumstantial
Circumstantial.
evidence.
Circumstantial, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's a reason for that because
Yeah.
come on, man.
That's all the Murdaugh trial was circumstantial because they have no
It
proof
was.
that he pulled the trigger.
And he's
There's-
sitting here giving every reason in the book. And the lawyer kept saying, okay, this is your new story.
Yeah, he was a liar.
Right.
His credibility was
Yeah.
shot. He lied to the
But
cops.
what if, let's just play devil advocate for a second.
I'm
What
sure
if
about that.
it was the truth? What if it was you and it was the truth and you're looking through these details and then all of a sudden you're like, your brain starts firing off and you're remembering things?
What do you mean? I'm sorry. I'm not quite sure.
If you're given these details that
Right.
he was given, like the documents and stuff, and then you're reading through it after you couldn't remember exactly anything, and then it's starting to register in your brain. It's not a new story. It's just what you remember now.
Let's say, here comes Bitch for Life. I was hoping you'd get the
Oh
message.
God, she's about to give me hell.
I love this. We haven't had a discussion like this in a while. Cajun True Crime.
I just think that Summer is the same as Oakley, as the same as Monkey, as the same as Cody Bigsby. I think those are the main cases that we're probably not going to have answers on for years and years, if ever.
Right,
If
exactly.
ever.
Because, I mean, yes, those people have been arrested in Monkey's case,
Yeah.
but
They haven't found him.
we still haven't found him. They're not talking. We don't know, we don't even know, what was told to the police to make them, be responsible for Monkey's death,
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
What do you mean we do? What do you mean as we do?
It was a credible tip that said that she told
Yeah.
police.
that's-
Phone call, the
No,
jailhouse
we
phone
have
call
that.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
most likely. I think if I remember correctly on that
More
case,
detailed.
there was a conversation on a jailhouse phone, like when one of them was arrested in the jail, and that's how they got that kind of tip. That's what I thought I heard. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
Yep, I heard that
the
too.
same. Yeah. So as for whether we see it any further and all, I don't know. What the West Boys I've wondered about so much, but they've got to have a really good case in place right now. And
What really
that's coming up soon.
What bothers me about them is the thing in the affidavit that said that they were encouraging and they were involved with torture. What?
That's why seeing the facts are going to be interesting with that one. It's really going to be interesting. So
a lot of these are interesting.
It's not gonna be like on TV or anything. So like it's not gonna be aired on TV. So we're not gonna hear about anything that was talked about in the grand jury or during
Yeah.
the trial until like way after.
Usually, aren't grand jury minutes usually sealed? So they usually that doesn't get
We
revealed,
may
right?
not get much of anything. Yeah.
Right, but
Usually
what
grand
but
jury.
so but what I'm saying is like anything that came from the grand jury that's gonna go into the trial, like we're not gonna hear anything about that until like way later.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
like the affidavits that led
yeah,
to the grand jury.
Yes.
or what
'Cause
happened to them or whatever.
Right. Because those two little boys, and that's the problem. When was it? A couple weeks ago, we were talking about a case. I forget which one it was, but someone had made a comment in one of the comments on my video saying the child was found, brought back, and they're like, well, we deserve to know what happened. Was it actually a stranger kidnapping? Was it a family? Did the kid just wander away? Things like that. And I had written to them, when you're dealing with children, especially, we don't necessarily have the right to that information. We may
No,
want
I
the
don't agree.
information.
I don't agree with that. If it's people in the same community, if somebody actually snatched the kid up, I think that you do need to know that. It's like uh, I mean, did they get the dude?
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
I
and
think
that's
they
where
would notify you.
Yeah, and see, that's the thing. Where the difference comes there is if it's something like an abduction, there's going to be someone arrested, things like that. So there's going to be some way of tracking that it was someone. But a
Well,
lot
see,
of times
that comes into play too. What if they just dropped her off on the side of the road and somebody found her?
Yeah.
There's all kinds of things
Yeah.
that can happen in all kinds of circumstances. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, in all honesty, the one like Summer, she may not even be dead. She could still be alive, like one of the ones that are found many, many, many years later. Like
Right.
that. But I wanted to say, the problem with all of these people going around and speculating and blaming these parents that could be innocent is they could be also interfering with I mean, obviously
Exactly.
the case is open. It's an open investigation. You could be stopping justice from being had.
Yeah,
Exactly.
absolutely.
Yeah.
That's exactly
1000%.
right there. We see it
And
every
that
day.
drives
How
me
often?
nuts about that.
Mhm. Yeah.
It drives me
We see it
nuts.
every day.
I mean-
How often we've seen people try to get involved because they want a story or
Well,
they want this or they want
or-
that.
Exactly.
Or they get
exactly.
What
like
about
a,
the story?
Once again,
if you want a
B10's got
story,
it, then
I mean,
Okay.
or they just
And then you
they
Fish for
confuse.
Life.
Yeah, but they confuse their role. A lot of times
Yes.
they don't
Yep.
realize that there's a couple of categories. There's the awareness channels that basically like you do, where you spread awareness of missing kids, and you basically this is their picture, this is location. Have you seen this kid? And you try to get that out there. There's a deep dive. You go into past true crime cases, and then you have maybe like more of the news cycle true crime cases. A lot of times, the people who do the news cycle true crime cases, they think that they are police interrogators and they need to put a pressure campaign to get a confession, and it's like a modern day witch hunt. I was talking to a skeptic about it, and scientific skeptic, and it becomes like a modern day witch hunt, and it's like they lost the plot. The plot is just to basically tell the news, put it into an orderly fashion so people can easily digest it and get the facts out there. And you know what I mean? And I think that's where the confusion is. And they want to they insert themselves into the story that results in muddling the facts of the case and also brings drama. And drama brings views, unfortunately. And that's why they usually add drama to a true crime case.
that's it.
I
That's
do not
exactly.
think I could have
Okay,
said it better.
1 second, Crystola. Bitch for Life has it next, and then after that, Crystola, you got it.
I
I
just
was just
wanted
saying
to
I don't
say
think
real-
I could have said it better.
Yep.
Okay.
He's
Yes.
B-Time's got away with words. Listen, I want to say,
Oh, yeah.
though, I mean, it's one thing you want to bring light, or publicity to a case. Go from one that is cold, okay? Bring forth a case that isn't in the forefront of today now, If you're gonna go around and you're gonna do all this digging and all this information, don't interfere with an active investigation. Go for something that's cold. I mean, then you wouldn't have so much pushback, I bet.
Yeah.
Well, if you look, oh wait, Crystola, you had it next, and then I'll pop something in. Unless
Let her go. I'm going inside for a
Okay.
second. I'll be right back out.
For a sec, got it. No, where I was going to say is I get frustrated because we hear all the time from police who are telling families, don't talk to anyone on the internet. If you got people calling you, don't talk to them. And it's sad because it's actually hurting the ability of getting stories out. But it's because people they're crossing lines that they should not be crossing.
Yeah.
By the way, JP, I got your song all set for at the end of the live tonight. So,
I just don't understand, why are people calling the victims, or why are they calling these people anyways? I mean, when I did my first case, the Brittany Renee one, the one where we were all dead set. That was there was no way it was not, and it turned out that it was not Brittany.
Yep.
And I mean, it was. I mean, I didn't call them. I seen it over on a cold case thing. I found it through that. I messaged the girl and I went that route, you know? I didn't need to call them personally. Why? Like, you're just interfering with somebody's real life then. I mean, now it's one thing if you message them, you come back and they find it in their DMs and their spam and they actually answer you. If they don't answer you, you don't sit there and persist on them.
Yeah. Well, I know, like me, I send usually every time I do, not every time, but maybe about 80% of the time, I'll send a note to a family and say, hey, I'm covering so-and-so who went missing. I just wanted to let you know, if you need anything, let me know. That's it. I won't keep following up because they will let me know if they need something. Okay. Exactly. And we're doing this for them as a family, not for everyone. I would love to get more information. Like right now, Missing Mondays. We found her. I'd love to get further information. I got a little bit more information, but that's not my place. Okay. That's them and their family to share whatever they want to share.
And they don't have to if they don't want to. You don't force them.
That's it.
But everybody wants to be like the first out with the information, or I broke this case, or I broke this information, or I did this, or I have the exclusive. And it's like, dude, we're all gonna get that information in like 2.5 minutes anyway. Chill out.
Right.
Like,
word travels fast.
It doesn't matter if you are first, second, third. It's all about how you put the information out there.
I had the perfect example. Last night or yesterday, whenever the Murdoch
the
verdict came out. There was people like going live for hours, and then you had Susan Bonds, who took a screenshot, a screen recording of the verdict. It was less than 3 minutes. That was it. Short and simple, sweet. That's it.
Well,
I bet you she got even more
people want to talk, though. Yeah. And I think, though, it's important for us to realize some people want different things. Some just want the news.
Yep.
Okay. Some want to discuss it.
And
I think discussing is a great idea. Okay, it educates us, things like that.
But that's
when we step beyond.
Open. You can leave comments open
but
for
when
discussion.
You've been sitting there watching it, you just want the verdict.
I would say like the because I jump on panels obviously, but for instance with the Murdoch conviction yesterday, I think we had Lady Justice jump on. She's actually a practicing attorney for 30-something years. And she gave her perspective. A lot of people did have kind of disagreement. And then I think Grandma Sherry jumped up and explained the whole insurance process. So that's like the thing with like actual panels where you can actually you get some expertise and you get some understanding and conversations about it. That's what I think.
I like that about Queen Bee's channel is her open panels and like the free discussion. I like that about her channel.
Okay, that's not what I meant though. I meant just somebody sitting here going over the whole thing all over again and telling you their opinion. Just one person sitting there, you know.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense to me.
Like I have like little clips that I upload every once in a while. I'll upload like a random clip that I find interesting.
Right.
Like this morning, early this morning, I uploaded one that was Molly Golightly, Michelle Goes Live, Amber on ski masks panel. Oh, they went ham at each other last night, so I clipped that.
See that?
that was pretty interesting. I'm like,
I need to watch that.
Oh yeah. And so I upload that, or like I have a few videos that I uploaded of Shanny for Christ, and everybody just draws these out. I'm so thankful. You have it in 2 times speed. It's short, sweet, and we get to see what's going on. It's not long, drawn out live.
Hey, Steph, have you done any videos on TikTok?
No, I don't do TikTok. I don't do the TikTok.
All right, bitch. Look,
you just
the same video that I have on my YouTube channel has 14 views. I put it on TikTok in less than an hour and a half. I had 800 views.
Oh shit!
Same exact video.
Yep.
Yeah,
same one.
But the Chinese government got your information now, so you're done. But anyway.
What were you?
Oh my God! I'm scared. I'm trembling.
Cajun Chokran, you were gonna say.
I was getting ready to pull up Rosalie because I was all excited and I hit leave studio by accident. Oopsie. And actually, when you just mentioned TikTok, I think you also hit something else I'm noticing.
What is happening? Face turquoise eyes. What does that mean?
Oh, sorry. If you look over at Rosalie's comment in chat, it's actually an emoji. But StreamYard does not transfer emojis over as emojis. You get this instead.
Oh.
It's crazy. It's weird. So, yeah.
Hey, JP.
But I think one of the things I've noticed is a difference with ages. Younger groups like the really short type things. TikTok, for example. Keep everything nice, short, and to
No. I
age
hate
group who
TikTok.
wants more, longer. It's interesting. You can almost take it down to ages as to how people approach news. And,
okay, think about this, though. There's a reason that YouTube is starting to monetize shorts.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Because we pushed it. Actually, yeah.
Yep, she was going to say something.
I was just going to ask if Shanny's still on Rumble.
No, she has been going live here. The YouTube channel name is The Losers Club. It fits.
I mean, yes, it fits, but I thought that she was banned from YouTube.
They've been going.
That doesn't mean anything.
They were actually told the other day that they're lucky they're even on here because it's by the grace of by the people that want to just watch and see their. I can't get over them people. I
was
can't.
like, that doesn't matter. How many people are banned from YouTube but still are going?
Yes, exactly. I mean, NC has been banned how many times?
So she got banned from YouTube, then she went to Twitch, then she got banned from Twitch because she fell asleep and she showed her birthday suit.
Yes. Well,
and so then she was like, I have cancer, I have cancer, I have cancer.
Wait, who are you talking shit about? What's happening?
Shanny.
Well,
I'm not talking shit about her. I mean, this is just facts. This is just the progression.
Babe, most of the shit talk is facts most of the time.
And
shit we all regret. Is all I'm saying.
On my Bitch for Life channel, I have the famous cookie fight where they're fighting over the food. Yeah.
Oh my God, I love it.
Because she won't let him eat. I just can't with them too.
I cannot believe that she spent all of his money.
I know, $700,000.
$700,000.
Oh yeah, Shanny. I've heard of that. I talked.
Shanny for Christ.
Yeah, she's a character. That's for sure. She's definitely a character.
Well, and it makes me so mad because she's like, I have breast cancer. I have breast cancer, but like she just doesn't go to the doctor, and I'm like,
I think
plays on Rev's mom's passing though. And because she passed on that, so she gets his sympathy because of that.
Yeah,
he watched his mom die because of breast cancer.
Okay, I'm
My
probably
mom has
gonna
breast
like
cancer
dip out
right now.
because I don't want
Yeah.
to talk shit about people. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna go.
Yeah. So actually,
I'm not.
yeah,
Yeah,
let's try to
but
stay
okay.
away. I don't
So
want to get too into
let's go back
The
to
Cantina.
drama. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to go back to
The one and
to
only
the
Cantina
cake.
rule we have. And so,
Oh.
but yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's
And
why I haven't mentioned certain characters. That's I kept
Fucking
away.
do that
Exactly.
shit. Even when I'm talking shit about somebody, I'll lead off with, "Oh my god, I don't want to be mean,
Yeah.
but."
Yeah, no. Okay,
Yeah,
but I do want to say,
those two I don't
actually,
mind.
Mercy hit it on the head. Ever since we've gotten doing more and more shorts, TikTok, things like that, you can notice attention span is starting to. Hell, look at Cantina. Cantina,
Yep.
we change subjects like every 10 minutes, I swear.
Oh,
And
How many shorts are you gonna make out of this one? You're gonna have to make
Oh,
them up
yes.
into a bunch of shorts.
How many can you do? You got it. So, Mercy, I didn't. Yeah, you got it. So, oh my God, I'm sitting here trying to get up. Here comes Crystola back on. Here she is.
She
And,
stopped. She
I
stopped.
accidentally hit the back instead
oh,
of
it's
the.
your turn now. It wasn't me. It's your turn now. So, oh my God. But yeah, no,
No,
it's going
I
to be
understand.
interesting.
Like it's
Letitia.
like I get it.
Yeah, Letitia will be our next big case. I think that we're going to be following. Everyone's going to be covering that one.
Yeah,
And,
just hopefully there's no bad actors in that case, and just people just stick to.
She
the
is
facts.
going to be.
Oh no,
nuts.
honey, she is
She's gonna be
representing
a whole Daryl
herself.
Brooke.
She
You
is.
know,
Oh my
she's
god,
gonna
I
be
look
like,
like a
what's his
dead.
name from? What was his name from the parade, Christmas parade?
Daryl Brooks. I said she's gonna be a whole Daryl Brooks with
Can you
a
give me,
whole
like-
Just say it.
objection
Okay.
sign.
Can you give me like a synopsis of the
No.
case a little bit? Like, what's the situation with Letitia?
Who wants to
Go
cover
ahead,
Letitia?
Go ahead,
Oh
look Mike.
gosh.
Okay. Well, you guys jump in also. Sorry, but so Letitia is Gannon's talk. Sorry, dogs are barking. I don't know why. Gannon and one of you guys want to take it real quick? I've got something going on here.
So Gannon, they lived in Colorado. His dad was deployed, and he ended up going missing. But what it was is that
Going missing. No, he didn't go missing.
right.
That's what she said.
And so Letitia, did she shoot him or stab him?
No, okay.
I can't remember.
You want me to do this?
Go for it.
All right. What happened was, okay, there was this one night. Okay, she's right. His daddy was away on deployment. He was in the military. Letitia is Gannon's stepmama, and the little girl. She's the stepmama. She kept looking through days leading up to his disappearance. Things like my husband is having an affair. Why does my husband not give me appreciation for taking care of his kids? Things like that. It's all on her phone, right? Okay, so one day in March, she sends the little girl to school on the school bus, right? The same day, it was March 12th, if I remember right. Gannon does not go to school. She calls into school, the same school that she's supposed to actually be working in that day, and says that he has a stomach ache and she can't come into school because her father or grandfather got in a car accident and died. Okay? They go to PetSmart together. There is video surveillance of him walking out, acting as if he's in fucking pain. Getting into that truck. They pull out. They go to PetSmart. She picks up 2 large leashes. They pull off. They come back. He's with her, and he's walking inside as if he's in pain. Okay. She had made a video the night before, and she said that he had set a candle on fire and burnt the rug. And she's sitting here going, she makes a video of his proof of death, a proof of life, I meant. Gannon, how can we make this up to the landowner, the landlord, because we just like destroyed her carpet? We can sell the couch, or we can sell your Nintendo Switch. And then in the back of the video, you can hear him saying, but I'm bleeding. So, Letitia leaves the scene of the fucking crime, and she travels from Colorado down to Florida up to South Carolina. The cops let her do this. Okay? They let her do this. They find out while she's fucking gone that under Gannon's bed there is so much blood that it has seeped through the concrete.
It went through the mattress,
It went through the mattress,
through the carpet, through the padding, and into the cement crete.
Everything. It went straight through the concrete. It was absorbed by the fucking concrete. Okay. Letitia's carrying on with her merry own self, and then a worker in Pensacola, Florida. It's not Pensacola, but it's right there in the county. It was a worker. They found a suitcase. They called the authorities out. It was fucking Gannon. That is the exact same route that bitch took to get to Carolina.
Locomai, did they ever say how he was found? Like, we know he was.
Oh yeah, he was chopped up. He was chopped up, and they found out.
Oh my god,
that he was hit a bunch of times. He was stabbed a bunch of times, and he was shot at least twice.
Yeah, it definitely. She took all of her anger about him, and yeah, it was pretty bad.
What I think
here,
do you want to know what I think happened? I think that she accidentally hurt him by beating him up. And then after he started saying, okay, I'm bleeding, I'm dying, she fucking like made sure he died. That's what I think.
Here, let's see if I can pull this up real quickly.
And I hope to God that she gets the most harsh punishment she can get.
Yeah.
In this life and in the next.
This is from Tim, just to give you a little bit more. We're not going to read the whole thing. You got most of it. But yeah, he was found 2 months later in a suitcase 1,400 miles away, shot in the jaw, stabbed 18 times before he died. She's claiming insanity now. But oh my God,
how could you claim insanity if you're actually covering up?
She wasn't insane. She's full of shit.
Yeah, if you're covering up.
She has tried everything. Yeah, and yet she's gonna be her own.
She's doing okay. It's okay because God's gonna get her. God's gonna get her.
So they believe that he was killed in his bedroom around 2:15 on the 20th. He stayed home from school with an upset stomach on the day he vanished, adding that she called in sick, falsely telling her boss that her stepfather had been killed. So yeah, Crystola's got almost all this. Picked up baking soda, trash bags, and a carpet cleaner at the nearby.
She didn't do that. She had her daughter do that.
Yeah, exactly. Physical evidence recovered from the residence and inside his bedroom supports that a violent event occurred in the bedroom, which caused bloodshed, including blood spatter on the walls, enough blood to stain.
If I could get a hold of her, I'm telling y'all, I would hurt her.
Oh, there's so many.
I would hurt her.
These people. Yeah, I do not get these people. When I hear stories like this, but see, we deal with it every time. Okay, you think, how can people be this? They've got to be crazy to some level. Okay, when I hear about what some of these people have done,
think so. I don't think so.
Sane. You
No,
can't be
okay,
saying it.
can you hear me out?
No,
Can you
I'm
hear
not,
me
hey,
out?
1 second. Okay, Crystola, I'm not saying they get away with it, but no person in their right frame of mind, there's something wrong in their brain to think stuff like this is okay.
Well,
When you
okay,
go and, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I have a 12-year-old kid,
Yeah.
and he is the most ignorant, meanest motherfucker I've ever met. And he always has to have his way. Always. Okay, imagine having that as your stepchild.
Yeah.
And then you have, I'm not, you know that I'm not.
Yeah, I know, girl. I know.
And then the dude is away and you know he's cheating on you. And you're taking care of their kids. And then they're like, the kids are like, whatever. Okay, I kind of see if she might have hit him. But why not just go straight to the hospital?
Yeah.
Why not just say, oh, fuck, I hurt him, and try to tend to him? Why would your mind go straight to, let me finish him off?
Well, the biggie is she has tried to get out of this every way. She's been in Daryl Brooks, honestly, is nothing compared to how this lady has been trying to get out of this and trying to deal with the lawyers and the judge and stuff like that. It's
She
just
beat up.
It's going to be a mess.
She beat people up. What the hell?
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, no, this case is truly going to be a circus.
Yeah,
It's going to be.
She's going to put herself in the ground, and I can't wait to see it. Because you do not do a child like that. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Hey, Amy, how you doing, my dear?
How the hell you wouldn't get that damn mad because somebody spilled wax on a carpet?
But see, we're talking about. Yeah, go for it, Tim.
I think a lot of times people try to think of a complicated explanation about what is the nature of why these people do this and stuff like that. And usually it's just not really that complicated. Sometimes you have some people that just group think where the one the group takes over the morals of the one person and they commit a crime. And in this scenario, she could have just been fed up and she just justified the crime.
That's what I just said. That's exactly what I just said.
Yeah, and that's simple as that. And it's not complicated thing. It's just basically sometimes people just snap, and it's just an unfortunate thing.
Okay, I can tell you right now that I have 6 kids, and I have snapped several times. You know what immediately comes to my back of my mind? First of all, it never, ever comes to my mind to fucking hurt them. Yeah. Second of all, it's how can I fix it?
I mean, that's because, but some people are just
trained.
Yeah.
And people
it's how you're raised.
And people think differently.
No, I think
us
that it has a lot to do if you have a soul or not.
Crystola, let Be for Life talk real quick. Sorry, go back.
I was saying that, that's what makes us all individuals. We all think separately. We think for ourselves, and the way that some may justify it, others are floored because they can't fathom it even.
Well, that's what I know this. Yeah, well, it's like right now, Sleuth. This will set Sleuth off, but I think about Ariel here in Hawaii. Okay, I look at these kids who are abused, and I could not even comprehend having a child sleep in a dog cage with duct tape on their mouth. To me, that's inconceivable. Just the thought of it.
Yeah, because honestly, why? Why would anybody do that to another human being?
It's a difference on how people feel about life. Okay. And you know what? It doesn't make sense. And trying to make it make sense makes it even harder.
Yeah, sometimes. I mean, you gotta you gotta try to think of it in terms of like you're never gonna get into the mindset of a crazy person who's
Which is good.
basically justifies their actions because of like various reasons. Like for instance, I was talking about Sylvia Liking case, and that woman justified her actions based upon like, well, this girl was bad and she spread rumors about my kid, and she starved and tortured a 16-year-old girl in 1965
Yeah.
with a bunch of people in the neighborhood. And that
Yo,
yeah,
that is
so
so stupid. I
but
get
that's
asked every damn day
One second,
why
Chris.
I do not get on to my children because of how they act. It's like,
Everyone has.
dude, I am not going to spank my kids for something that is not that serious. I
And it
damn
is,
sure
Amy.
would never put them
Yeah.
in a cage. What
Yeah.
is wrong with people?
But
True
see,
crime
that's
is
just the
controversial.
way true crime is so controversial. It was like lately I've been doing a lot of watching interrogations, the different Explore With Us, things like that, channels
Yeah.
that do all that. And I've been
Is she
really
okay?
one after enough is who?
Hey, no, are you okay, KK?
Yeah, I'm having like I left the house and like I'm having like my
You
eyes
having
are water.
okay, you're all right?
Okay.
My eyes are watering and
You
whatnot.
Watering and
okay?
all that. Okay.
You're
Yeah.
Take
okay?
care. If you need to get off for a second, get off for a second if you need to get off, my
No,
dear.
no,
Okay.
I'm good. I get too emotional about some of these things, so I'm just gonna
Well,
Yeah,
and
I
that's
can
it.
see it. Yeah, I could see a lot of
That's it.
problems. Yeah,
Yeah.
I see like a lot of times people
You
get very
okay, though,
emotional.
for real?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no,
No.
I'm good. I'm good.
It really does, because everyone sees things differently. You listen to how these people think, and they do think completely differently. It does come down, Mercy, you got a good point. It comes down to pathology. Okay, how people are built. Okay, it comes
Yep.
down to
I
chemistry.
just don't
It comes down
understand
so
how,
much.
even with the pathology, that you could think that it's okay to treat another human being the way that these people treat other human
And
beings.
that's why we have prisons. That is why we have prisons, because some people are never going to be able to think in the right way. KK,
Because
sorry.
they're not right in the head. There's some
Yeah.
there's
I don't think
there
that's true either. I think that they know exactly what they're doing a lot of the time.
No, there are actually people, they've been proving it more and more with different MRIs and stuff like that the brain fires differently in
Yeah.
some of these. Not all of them. We're not talking blanket, but they do actually fire differently. Okay, when things are brought up, certain violent crime will actually set off areas in the brain, for example. So there's so much.
I mean,
Yeah.
I think you're just never going to understand people's. I mean, maybe it's a good thing you don't really get into the minds of
Exactly.
these crazy people. And
because
it's
then you may be one of them.
yeah, and
Exactly.
and that's why a lot of cops kind of retire early, like detectives, because they have to see the scenes and they have to get into the minds of these crazy
Yep.
people. And I think that we're just normal people who just, who are interested in the subject, but we're not pathologists, we're not detectives, we're just kind of
Hey, don't
just
call us
No, but-
don't call us normal. We'll get in trouble. We'll get canceled.
oh no.
So I was
We're
gonna.
sis life.
Yeah.
So the other
who was
day
that?
I
We're
was
sis life.
Pitch.
I was watching
second,
a
bitch,
40
has it.
I was watching a 48 hours thing on YouTube, and it was a case that involved a young autistic kid, and like he needed extreme counseling. Well, the parents thought, well, his cousin was a licensed therapist. She used her profession against that kid to make him think that the father of her kids was harming the kids, and he went to kill that guy. And he's now in jail. He's now sitting in prison because this woman used her profession as a therapist to get inside his head to make him think that the father was doing bad things to kids.
She should be in
Wait.
prison. She should
She
be.
is
Wait.
also in prison.
Wait,
Am I
wait.
the only one? Hey, can I ask a question? Am I the only one that thinks that if you accuse a man of molestation or rape and you're lying, you should go to fucking jail? Am I the only person that thinks that? Because I believe 1,000,000%. If you're making something up about Anybody
I'm
else.
going to put it this way. I'm not talking about it as one crime. I think in general.
It
But
is
yeah,
If
and
people are
bullshit.
knowingly, if people are knowing, I don't care if it is rape, murder, okay, financial fraud, whatever. If you are knowingly telling false stuff that could get someone legally in trouble or actually threaten their lives, because some of these things could threaten someone's life,
Yep.
you should be held responsible for wasting the police time. Now, if it's just, well, I thought, and you had fair reason to believe it.
Okay, that's completely
that's
different
different.
than like
Yeah.
making it up and coaching.
Right.
Yeah, I
Now-
mean,
that's what
I
I'm
think
saying. It's some people. It's not even a misfire in them. It's a misfire that somebody's putting it into their head to make them
Exactly.
think that they need
They're
to
being
go and protect
coached.
people. Yes.
Yeah.
So it's not.
Bullshit.
There's all
Something?
kinds of situations why people do what they do.
Right. You got Tim. Did you have something you were going to pop in there also?
no, I was just wondering. I mean, like, I think like there's two things. One is that you don't want to make it too hard for actual victims to come forward if they actually have a case, and two, it's just like, yeah, I do think you need to have some sort of
But
punishment.
do you
if
understand
Yeah,
that so
wait.
many people,
Wait, I wasn't
so
gonna say
many
that.
times-
Crystola, let Tim finish what he's trying to say. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many. I was about to say that there are. I do believe that people who are falsely accused people should definitely face charges as well.
Yeah.
Also,
Absolutely.
yeah. So I mean, I'm kind of like that, but it's kind of a fair balance. It's a tough situation
bargain.
because you don't want to scare away true victims. I mean, for instance, Jared Lizak. Jared Lizak is accused of sexually assaulting. I'm trying to use the proper term for this type of life.
It's fine. It's fine. Yeah.
Sexually assaulting his cousin twice, and now it's dropped to one time. And she was afraid to come forward because she had to face not only the community that was against her, but the family and money. So, I mean, and a lot of people.
okay, okay,
And
but
Jared
like
Lizak-
a lot, what I'm talking about is like a lot of civil suits between like just married couples. Like women are just really mad at their husbands, and they're like, okay,
No,
and then they go to their kids. They go to their kids and they say, "Hey, say Daddy touched you. Say Daddy touched."
No.
You know what I mean?
And those are things.
That
Those
is-
are things, Crystola, that I think definitely need to be placed in place.
That
and
really
I think
makes
they
me
are,
so
but
mad.
we do have to. What Tim is saying is very important because it is sometimes, and that's why you got to be careful. Nothing can be blanket. There's shades of gray everywhere.
Exactly. That's
Okay,
why I
as
was
someone
trying to
who's
be
been-
specific.
As someone who's actually been on the other side before, okay, it's hard to come out and say certain things and being able to come up and
You know, I've
say
been on that
honestly
side,
how you
so
feel.
I don't know why
Yeah.
you're.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, but okay, Lycan, how you doing, my dear? And also, I think that definitely is because you do have people who want to speak up, but speaking up in certain areas gets very, very dangerous because you've got communities that jump in on you. So it can go both ways, and it's just finding out how you can balance all that. So yeah, and
I'm just.
Oh, you mean like how I read a video out loud the other day and I was doxxed for it?
oh God. Yeah, no, that's it. Yeah, no, and that's the thing. We're in a social setting now that people can say things and people just bluntly believe things. They don't
Yep.
check into things. They don't, and the problem
Nailed
is it
it.
takes away from the truth when it does happen. When someone does actually have something that happens, people get worried about it because, oh my gosh, if I go saying this happened to me, now I'm going to have all this group jump here, or this is going to happen. It's just people need to be, when we've got police, use police for what they're supposed to be there for. Okay, don't make light of stuff that is real, that really hurts people. So,
But it
and,
feels like every time that you say like don't resist, like just go along with it, it feels like people are like you're a racist. You know, it doesn't make you racist to say, because look, I'm going to tell you the truth right now. Look at my arms. I have tattoos everywhere. I have been profiled and ran through the system. My husband has. It makes no sense. It's like I don't know
No.
what I'm trying
Well,
to say,
that
but
gets into that's something that I think as just people we all everyone is at some level profiled for one thing or another. Okay, whether it be, oh, that person has a tattoo, they must be this type of person, or that person is overweight, they must be that type of person, or this or that. That's getting into some more of the
well,
just
I mean,
social
that's what I'm
things that we've got to
saying. That's
figure
what I'm
out.
saying. It happens everywhere.
Yeah.
And then whenever it's like a population that's mostly black, yes, if there's more black people there, they're going to pull over more black people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just math. I live in the
Q
South,
Sleuth.
and we are constantly pulled over.
Yeah.
Just saying.
So,
Just
well, and
saying.
I think that's one thing. I've always been lucky. Sorry, I'm trying to pull it up real quickly, Amy. For some reason, my Battissimo is not doing what it's supposed to be doing right now. So I'll pull it up for you real quick.
Battissimo. Oh no.
But you also have to remember that if you do say
Hey,
something,
Larkin.
or you do go
I
to
heard.
you do go to the police and you report something that is not true, you could be charged with
Hopefully, because that's some bull crap.
Actually,
could
finish up, KK. Finish up.
you
Yeah.
you could be charged with, filing a false police report is all I was going to say.
Mhm.
So
Exactly.
Well, see,
And I think they need to do that more
all I
often.
was gonna say is that's all you're gonna get. But if you are found guilty of something, man, it could be murder. You know?
Mhm.
So it could be rape. But no, you will get for lying to the police a misdemeanor, a hand slap. I don't agree with that. I think that is bullcrap.
Well,
Sorry.
I think over time it's like any other thing. Thank you, Sleuth.
Why are you throwing
2
tomatoes at
months.
me? Oh my
I
god.
know. We all know we got to have
Whatever
our
I do,
tomatoes
throw all
for.
the freaking rotten fruit ever. Whatever.
There you go, Amy. And
The mean
but
tomato.
yeah, we love throwing tomatoes over this way. Yes.
Jeez, people throwing tomatoes at me. It's
Well,
unfair.
we could go talking about the real Nicole and see what happens after that, And Amy did it. Yay! Love you, my dear. Thank you so much. Thank you, my dear. And welcome, welcome, welcome. It's the Ohana. Yes, yes. But yeah, no, I think over time, doing stuff like that becomes like almost anything else. First of all, it should be based off of how severe it is, whatever you're lying about. Okay. But I think the other thing that comes into it is it's like a traffic stop. Okay, you start at one level and it works its way higher. If you go and do it multiple times, you should be held at a higher level. I think if more people were in trouble for doing stuff like that, maybe people would stop doing things like that as often. So
I don't think so. I think they're all just narcissists and assholes.
I think we are in this true crime community, and we all want to pat ourselves on the back for doing all this amazing research, but nobody really wants to research when people say things about one another.
I never made a research in my life.
Have you noticed that though? Yes, we don't like to research to verify things.
Well, we kind of
the
go
only
with the
person I ever researched for was Loco.
Oh,
think,
yes,
like,
you did a good job there. Tim, what did you have to say?
I mean, I think a lot of people rely on, basically the YouTuber, and they never actually look up what the YouTuber actually looked at, the source materials. A lot of times you see that online. I mean, like that's the problem. A lot of them just kind of just say, well, the YouTuber looked it up. I've seen a lot of channels that basically done that, and it's just like not good. Not good.
They don't believe in trust.
I have a question.
it gets
I have a question.
turned around from channel to channel, from person to person. It's like the phone game, you know?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, exactly. And also, oh my God, who spilled their thing? So if you want to come up, no problem. You just remember
I have
my
a
rules.
question. I have a question.
Yeah.
Have
Crystola
y'all
needs some
ever
rules right
looked
now.
in my fucking channel and said, "Oh shit, it's full of fucking drama"?
No,
Bitch,
Crystola's, the things I enjoy of Crystola's are her conspiracy theory things. Those are the ones I love. I love me a good conspiracy theory.
bullshit.
But,
Nobody watches that. Nobody
oh, I love
watches it.
those. I
Only
love
everybody wants to watch Family Feud, and I'm so bored with it.
Family Feud. No, yeah, no, yeah.
But you know,
What's that, Bitch for Life?
and I'm like, yeah, you know what? Bye.
Yeah. And Bitch for Life, was that you? I heard your voice.
I was reading chat. I was talking
How dare
to
you read
Siren
chat?
because I heard her say something about that on panel today, that she has that and she will play that, and I plan on going live about that whole fucking live. I'm done. I'm not doing that on local live.
No, I know. No, guys, I know. And I really appreciate you guys doing that. It's a hard thing, I know, balancing how far you can go without it going over, because it is half of what we deal with here on YouTube. But just trying to keep, this is a safe place for all that.
Yeah,
but
yeah. I just got some things.
No, trust me. Even today when I was doing the mental health live that I did on friendships, I was definitely crossing a couple over my own legs. Up here comes Siren. Hello, Siren.
Hello.
Hello. How are you?
Oh my god, he's so
fine.
gonna call me out on a wig.
You ready for Vegas yet?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
This story happens back in 2001.
Oh, what is he? Oh no, he's all about
Crystola,
himself.
I'm going to mute everyone while he tells the story. Thank you.
This is so far back I can't be sued for it. Okay. Now, my very first pharmacy job was at a hospital. At the time, it was a larger hospital. It was still a smaller hospital, but it was a smaller but a comparatively big hospital. It had a smaller satellite hospital over in the next county, and it purchased a small independent pharmacy attached to a clinic that was not a mile from my house where I lived at the time. So, that sets the stage for everything. The clinic was run by a doctor and an office staff and a pharmacist that was there who had issues with attendance and just not showing up whenever she felt like it. And I was the person they called whenever she just didn't show up. And I had no issues going to fill in. No one ever had any issues working with me. But at the time in 2001, there was a pharmacist shortage in my state. They were going to fire her, but they had they needed a pharmacist to run the small satellite pharmacy in the other hospital. They needed a pharmacist to work that small clinic pharmacy. Which meant they had to hire 2 pharmacists, and then I applied for that pharmacy that was right beside my house.
Your house. That makes
Um,
sense.
But in order for me to have that, they had to hire a pharmacist for the main hospital where I currently worked. So they kept asking this pharmacist, who put in her resignation, but they didn't want her to leave while they were in a rut for pharmacists, because that would make them even more in trouble. So they kept asking her, stay another month, stay another month, stay another month,
Right.
stay another month. Well,
I can see
finally,
that.
they got pharmacists hired. And they told her that they were going to let her leave. And she said, well, I want to rescind my resignation. And the director of pharmacy told her, no, you've had issues with attendance and tardiness.
Right.
We're just going to accept your resignation and let you go.
Right.
Well, the pharmacist went over to the clinic and complained to the doctor and the pharmacist, or the office staff. The doctor and the office staff went to the medical director of the main hospital. And the medical director of the main hospital went to the pharmacy director and attacked me and said that they had a good thing going at the clinic and at the pharmacy there at that clinic, and they weren't going to ruin it by sending me there.
So they went after you because, okay, got it.
Yeah. They weren't going to ruin everything by sending me there. Keep in mind, we had never had any problems with me. Period.
Yeah.
And
Right.
the pharmacy director told me this, and I was floored because I thought the two techs who worked with me in the pharmacy were my friends.
You.
And I
Yeah.
thought I had never had any issues getting along with the doctor in that other clinic. I'd never had any problems I never had any issues with the office staff. I had been seen by that doctor for various things as a patient. And so I got into the hospital's policy and procedures and detailed everything where they screwed me over and complained to the administrator.
Right.
I found out there were multiple meetings about me
Without you knowing ahead of time?
without me knowing, and I wasn't allowed to attend.
Interesting.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Okay, so the girl that you're talking about, I'm sorry, I got confused. Did she work at your clinic or the other clinic?
Yeah, the girl I'm talking that was allowed, that wanted to leave.
Right.
She worked at the little tiny pharmacy in the in the clinic that was a mile from my house.
Okay,
Right.
but not the
So
one
would
that
have
you
been
were
taking her
working at.
house.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
And if I had known they were going to do all this bullshit, I would have applied for the pharmacist position at the small hospital because I would have rather worked there. But they hired someone for that position, so it was no longer open.
Right.
So, come to find out, when I was going to the pharmacy and it was downtime, I was taking a book to read. And because I was a role-playing game player. I was taking my game books to read.
Right.
And I was taking game novels to read. And because one had a vampire on the cover, they claimed that because I was reading horror novels, they were concerned about working with me. Because they didn't know what I was going to do, and they were afraid of working with me.
By any chance, was this the 80s? No, you would have been younger, too young for it then. Would have been 90s or something.
This
I'm
was
wondering if it was during the
2001.
D&D.
2001.
Okay, yeah, no.
It was Vampire the
later.
Masquerade.
Oh my God, I love it. Okay, never mind. Okay. Yeah, that's a fun game, actually. So.
See, it shows you how young I am. So I was like, vampires, Twilight.
Exactly. No, Vampire Masquerade is actually fun. I've played that multiple times.
This was
Yeah, followers a set. It's good
ultra bullshit. It was the
Yes.
first one of the where they were trying to rearrange the world of darkness. It was the first novel. It was Toreador, actually.
Oh, Toreador? Okay, cool.
You were
yeah.
okay, got it.
No, I know what Toreador is, but basically, I like the followers.
And the
set.
game book I had gone to read while I was there was Mummy. When they had redone Mummy and World of Darkness, so it had an Egyptian Ankh on the cover.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, got it.
But this was so concerning to them that I was reading a horror novel, and that I had a game book with an Egyptian Ankh on the front, that they didn't know what I was going to do, and they were so worried about me that they didn't want to work with me.
The politics, people don't realize the politics in healthcare. It's the reason why I've gone self-employed recently. Yeah, go ahead, Siren.
When I found out about this, that's when I had the first emotional breakdown on the way to the theater when I was in Greece in 2001. I pulled over at the house, at Tina's house. You know who I was doing the Cross the Streams heavy drama streams in honor of?
Yes.
That's who I cried in her bathroom. That's where that happened and why it happened.
Okay.
And she was like, well, you can sue them. And
Good night, Sleuth.
Good night, Sleuth. Love you, girl.
Sleuth.
So I started making plans to do that. So
sometimes is it even worth it, to be honest, with those, to be honest. But, yeah.
And I snuck into the pharmacy and I copied the hospital's entire policy and procedure manual. The entire thing. It was like 300 pages.
Oh, yeah.
And I started highlighting things everywhere they screwed me over.
Good for you, though.
Yep.
And I met with an attorney. And the first attorney I met with was in that city. And she told me that she wouldn't take the case. She said that I had a case, but she said that the hospital was so big that the hospital would run me out of money, and the hospital would run the law firm out of money, and the case would be done, and there we would be. In the meantime, I calculated in drive time how much money in just driving mileage I would save over my life working in that small hospital versus driving to the main hospital, and it ran into the hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Oh, yeah.
And I went to the administrator, and I asked, can I not work this out with the doctor that was pushing this, see if we can get past this?
Right.
And he said he would get this set up. So I got a meeting with everybody, with the medical director, the administrator, the assistant administrator, the office manager, and everything happened on September 11th, 2001.
You're kidding me.
Nope, that's the date it happened.
Oh my gosh.
And I thought everything went fine and everything was worked out. But then I knew in the back of my mind that something was not quite right. And I met with my pharmacy director, and he said, when you go up there and they deny you anyway, just walk out and say that you'll have your attorney contact them. And I said, okay. And I got up in that administrator's office, and that administrator informed me that after I left, they went back after me to everyone in that office and went to question all of them again about working with me. And they all to a T had met again about working with me and informed them that they all refused to work with me. And they said they would walk out if I was sent to
If you were right.
there. And he informed me that I needed psychological help.
You know,
And then I had my second emotional breakdown right there in his office.
the amount of politics, healthcare is as much of a business as anything else, and the way people will play games behind your back to jockey for positions and stuff. Yeah, it's really wow.
And they went and got the pharmacy director, and the administrator left, and I told him what happened. They went and got someone from my psychiatric practitioner's office, because I've been seeing someone since 1997 because I suffered from depression since then. They went and got someone, and they took me there. And I had told him what was going on before, and I told him exactly what had happened.
Yeah.
And there's my mom. Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom. I'm going to bed, baby.
Okay.
We love moms.
Good night, Mom.
Hi to those of you coming in, by the way.
I told him exactly what happened. Because he had been fighting for me too. And he wrote me off work for a week. And then in that week, I got a call from Human Resources. They wanted me to meet with the hospital psychologist.
God.
To see how I was doing. And I met with them.
Scared.
And what was actually happening was they wanted to see if I was a danger to anyone in my regular job, to see if I could even still be employed by the main hospital. And the hospital psychologist, who I had known since I was 10,
right,
told them that he's fine. You all put too much on him.
They are, I'm sitting here listening to this and I'm like, I would have been probably, you had some cases there, to be honest, under disabilities and stuff like that, going after mental health and stuff like that, because that is, wow.
Yeah, and
That could have gotten them in trouble.
in the meantime, after all this happened, the outpatient pharmacist who filled the outpatient pharmacy prescriptions for the employees quit. He said, if you do that to him, you'll do that to me.
Yep.
Then the pharmacy director quit. The pharmacy director said, if you do that to him, you'll do that to me. The assistant pharmacy director quit. The
Make you feel more supported.
The clinical pharmacist quit. The pharmacist they hired for the satellite pharmacy in the other hospital quit.
Wow.
Another pharmacist quit. And then and then that left me. They offered me a raise to stay.
Nope.
But I had already found another job.
Nope. Even if you hadn't, there's no way. Yeah.
And I quit. They all said, if they'll do that to him, they'll do that to any of us.
Yep. That is Patronus. That's actually very powerful. That people would back, but it's true. When people are going to do that, and what I know what Siren's talking about with pharmacists and shortage. There's a couple positions out there right now that the shortage is so much, you literally pay sign-on bonuses in the thousands of dollars to get these people. And so that they would go treating, because all of that started because they wanted one person, wanted a job, and yeah.
Oh, and my psychiatrist quit.
Wow.
They had to close the psychiatric department of the hospital.
Was this by chance a JACO facility?
Yes.
Oh, shit. Okay, sorry. Wow. Well, it's good.
Wow.
It definitely, it leaves you with a feeling that at least people will have your back when you're doing something right. And luckily, when that type of job, yep, exactly, Gladys, exactly, up to $5,000 to a person who recommends someone. Exactly. You had sign-on, referral bonuses, all those things. And that put them up Schitt's Creek to have to go hire things like that.
Yep.
And pharmacy is one department you can't just close. Okay, psychology you can possibly get away with, but that's sad to me that they would even attack someone on a psychological level like that.
And then, after that, at my new job, which was in a city like 10 miles down the road from my house, the doctor at that clinic came in and saw me there and tried to cost me that job. She went to the manager on duty and asked why I was there. And she was told, because we need him.
Yep.
Well, and it's not any of their business.
Exactly. Yeah, it's funny. We call that, I don't know if the mainline uses the same word, but we call that the old boys network out here. It's called the old boys network. And it started in politics, and it exists everywhere, where it's all who you know and how you can play this game to jockey for this position. And it's
the good old boys.
Yeah. Yeah. Good old boys. Yeah. That's exactly.
Yep.
Wow. That is nuts. That is
Which,
nuts.
not to bring it back to Murdoch, but that's kind of like what they centered it around, like the good old boys. Like that's why he got away with so much.
Yep. Well, you get it where certain things come with power. And to be honest, that type of job does come with some level of power, especially in facilities where, think of it, if you're willing to pay $5,000 for a sign on bonus, you're like, okay, I don't want to piss this person, but they crossed a line and they couldn't pull themselves back after that, sounds to me. They had made decisions at that point, and by then it was too late. They would have, if they did change things up, then it could have set you up where you could have full force gone after a lawsuit at that point, because they would have been claiming that they were wrong to begin with.
Oh yeah.
So-
And I had an attorney, but then the attorney ran for judge executive in their county and won, so could no longer take my case. But I had a job. I had a job with a better pay by a lot. So I mean,
And sometimes it's like not really, you're like, we lost bitch for life. Yeah, sometimes it's just not worth how many times. Hey, no problem, my dear bitch for life. I was happy you came up here tonight though, my dear. But yeah, no, you get to that point sometimes that it's just like so many games being played. You need to have this, but you need to have, it just, those are the things I will be happy that once I moved over to being more consultant level rather than facility based, I have to say it was nice, because the politics that you have to play is just, you guys think it's bad on YouTube. Okay, no.
Oh.
The politics on something there are even worse.
And then
Yes.
that pharmacist they did all this to keep left anyway.
I was going to say, someone who behaves that way, usually they don't care. They're going to do whatever works for them. And it's going to kick you in the ass sooner or later, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that is nuts. That is nuts.
They had actually broken the law so that they didn't have to keep the little clinic pharmacy under the auspices of the hospital pharmacy, because the pharmacy director had refused to staff it and refused to run it because of what they did. So they broke the state's pharmacy law and stuck it under the jurisdiction of the office manager of the clinic, which is illegal under my state's pharmacy law.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but it ended up not mattering because business went south and they had to close it. So it's better that I wasn't there in the first place, because I would have been out of a job.
Out of a job.
Well,
See,
you know
everything
what?
works for a reason.
Exactly.
Yeah, Tim?
But yeah, but I'm just gonna say exactly it works. You know, that's a fucked up story that happened, but you know, it fucked them over in the end. You know, that's the truth of the matter. But anyway, guys, I got to skedaddle. It's almost 1 o'clock here, so I'm gonna skedaddle.
No, I just
sleep.
noticed the time. Hey, Tim, thanks for popping up tonight. I enjoyed all the talk about the different cases and all. That was a lot of fun.
All
So
right,
thank
you guys
you so
have a
much,
good
Tim.
one. Bye.
Throw on a
Bye.
tomato. Okay, sorry. Didn't splat.
Oh, and
Yes.
that doctor, her father retired, and she took over his practice and quit and took the entire office staff with her. They were all gone.
That's what I was known. Yeah. That's usually how my staff would follow me. Because, you know, when you're in administration, you bounce around a lot. That's what happens. And staff would bounce around with me. It was always fun. So, yeah. So, Amy, I know the answer to this question, but Siren, you want to take that one?
There's
You're the one
actually
with the
a
knowledge.
pharmacist surplus where I am right now.
Really? Wow. One of my nieces is actually a pharmacist, and she had all the sign on, but that's good. Because yeah, Hawaii, we get it with physical therapists. Oh my gosh, the shortage for physical. If you want a job, come out to Hawaii as a PT or OT, actually. Also, therapists get, oh my gosh. And nurses, not as much anymore. We used to have a major shortage of those, but that's kind of changed. And
Especially during COVID.
Yeah, oh God, yes, yes, exactly. So, and yeah, we actually, for nurses, we were in the process of trying to get reciprocation for licenses from the Philippines. Because we have a lot of nurses who come all the way from the Philippines and then they get Hawaii. They can't take the test real well because the test, if you've ever done the nursing test, it's got a lot of picky wording and stuff like that on it. And they can't pass it just because of that. But they're good nurses. And I'd actually be hiring nurses as CNAs just because they could not pass the way the test was written. Had nothing to do with how good of a nurse they were.
So, each time that I've been admitted, I had pretty much this exact same nurses and doctors in the emergency room and on the floor that I'm staying on. And a lot of my nurses were from Nigeria.
We noticed that on the mainland too when I was there with Mom. Yeah, definitely. We tend to be more Philippines, well, heavily Philippines out here. And so, Angie's here. It's
Well-
Angie. I was thinking of doing karaoke earlier, and I'm like, no, Angie's not here. I couldn't do it without Angie in here.
Well, the schools are still popping out pharmacists, but no one's retiring. So it goes through ebbs and flows. So
That's how nurses were too. When I was in getting my public MPH, my master's public health, I almost went towards nursing because there was a massive shortage. And then 2 years later, it was way too many of them. And then there's a shortage, then there isn't. But yeah, that's exactly how it goes. It just kind of ebbs and flows based off of people retiring and stuff like that. So just have to hold it out. But yeah, nurses here were kind of like with the sign-on bonuses. I remember one time I was doing $4,000 and $5,000 bonuses to bring nurses on into some of our facilities. It was nuts. So navigator, that's interesting. I told my 18-year-old to change her major. She wanted to go into sports PT. See, and that, I don't know if it's just Hawaii, but they're literally, I had to go to the mainland to bring in therapists, PTs and stuff. Oh my gosh, Iris is here. Love you, Iris.
Hi, Iris.
I love my Iris. I love seeing she's looking gorgeous lately. And but yeah, no, we used to have major issues with therapy because especially as a nursing home, you need your therapist. Otherwise, how are you going to do Medicare? And that's how you make money is with Medicare pretty much. And so, yeah, that became a major issue. It may be getting a little better now, but COVID also really hurt things badly. You had a lot of people retire. They're like, you know what? I'm happy. I like working from home. I'm just going to change my work a little. That's what I did. I was like, I can be a consultant from home and make my own hours and definitely nice doing it that way. So, no, you got it. You got it.
Did y'all see the Cramatown's Mardi Gras?
Yes,
video?
I did see that. I love that one. Yours was pretty. I had a couple of them there too. I love what they do over there. I love the vid. I think they shared their channel out 2 weeks ago or a week ago, something like that. Sirens are funny. I don't know if you noticed Siren when they did Man, I Feel Like a Woman with me. They changed all the faces in the background.
To you?
And I was like, I sent them a message and because I love that one little video, and I'm like, is that Siren's face behind me?
Siren is all the men and you're in the front.
That was the greatest. That was the greatest. Now,
Siren, you always look so amazing in those videos.
thank
Like
you.
how like whatever she does with your face, like you just always look amazing in those videos.
Well, you know what I love about that? We talk about parody, satire, stuff like that. That's what that is. It's not to get mad at people, not to make people feel upset or things like that. Okay, it's truly about bringing a community together. And it doesn't
makes me
matter
feel
who
pretty.
it is. It's, yeah, there you go. There you go. Siren always looks dapper and that he does,
Yeah.
that he does. Actually, the guys the guys always look really good in them. Why are my dogs barking again? What else is new? And also,
I love what she did with mine and Ellie. I love it.
yes, that was good. That was good.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, every time it comes out, as soon as I find out, I take it in and Mom gets to look at the videos. She loves looking at those. Then I have to do them with Mom. I actually pull up my Reface app and I actually have to be, okay, here's one for you, Mom.
So do you want to see something cool that I just got off of Etsy?
Yeah. Yes.
It's my
Oh
new
my
phone
God.
case,
Your
and
phone-
it's Posty,
Toasty.
and he blinks.
Oh, does he
Tim-
blink? Oh my
Yes,
gosh.
changes colors to music to everything. Like whenever I get a
Oh,
text
that is-
message. Yeah.
That is funny.
Oh my
That's
god,
the way
it's
I-
perfect.
Yes, Amy, I will help you with your makeup.
Hey, wait. We're going to have a lineup of all us gals, and Simon's going to be going from one to the next to the next to the next. So I was just telling Robbie, I don't know what we're going to have to do for live streams, but we have so many people coming who have channels. This is good. It's going to be
We just
crazy.
need to have
Like-
one person do it. That way everyone can just be directed to that person.
Exactly.
Yes.
One person live stream this part. One person
Yep,
live
everyone
stream
take a
this
part.
part. One person
Yep.
live stream this part. And just do it that
I'm
way.
waiting for karaoke. That's all I know. I've already looked at the app. It's that Heel Sonic app. And I'm like, okay, I need this song. I need this song. Oh, who am I doing? I got to do some duets. We got to set up a couple people for duets and navigate. Oh my gosh, Navigator. I bet you she would or they would.
She would. Yeah, she would.
I'll have to. Okay, I will have to do that. I will definitely have to do that. Yeah, I really enjoy. I've talked once or twice to them, just email through the thing and talk.
Oh,
Amy, I told Robbie, oh my God, I love it,
Well,
Amy.
Locomotive,
I talk to her all the time.
you're officially on
yes.
notice because I've already talked to Van. Because, as you know, I have to figure something else out for my channel because I have to do something because right now I can't research like I want to
That
because
you
of
used
the
to, yeah.
headaches and the nosebleeds and everything.
Right.
I've already talked to Van about karaoke stream on my channel. So you're on notice.
Oh, yes. I will be ready for in fact, for my memberships, by the way, make sure to hit in there if you'd like to become a member gang. And, but I want to start having monthly karaoke lives also. But yes, Siren, we are yes, you're on. Because we need to, some duets would be fun too.
When are
Yes,
you going to
Cajun?
do your makeup next on Cantina, Siren?
Oh, I don't know.
I love it when you do your makeup.
Yes.
I love it.
I remember the first time was on Miss Sandra's chat, right? When you did your makeup. And I remember you were nervous back then. And now you're just like, oh, yeah, I got it.
Well, I'm just jealous that he can do his makeup better than I can.
Oh, my God. I was like, I've been upset right now because, okay, you know how we had that Snap Camera app that had the filters? And you know me, I don't use filters much, but because of my rosacea, you can see where I'm blotchy right now from my... Underneath this is a totally different... I mean, it's horrible right now. I could turn on a filter and it was fine, but they just got rid of Snap Camera.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, I have not found anything else that has a filter that will clear out the face some. And it pisses me off. I'm so mad.
Well,
so if anyone knows of
concealer is
any...
your friend. Because I have to... Concealer is your friend because it covers up all of God's God's little jokes.
Oh, God's jokes, yes.
I don't like some of God's jokes sometimes.
That's my foundation. This foundation has been great. Yeah, this is my foundation, and I love it. You can tell I have it. Where's Rosalie? Rosalie has been peeking in throughout the night. Jet's mom I haven't seen today, actually. There you go. See, I need to get me, because of my rosacea, I break out like that. I I've got to go see a dermatologist and see about they have a laser treatment they do for it, but it really upsets. Oh, if I took this off, I'd be full of red bumps and, well, you guys most likely will see it for real in Vegas. So,
Well, I've got this one over here. I've got this one weird fat pad or whatever you want to call it. But
yeah.
The trick is to like use concealer to hide the shadow that is created by that. So you have to kind of like put concealer right through here. I know that's weird, but
now it's weird.
But you don't want to conceal this. You want to conceal the shadow that's created by this. So I mean,
so you're like, okay, which one do I do?
Color theory. Who knew? So you know,
who knew what works there? I know. I've tried to use the green to color correct for this or that, and oh my god. I have all my makeup sitting right here because right before I find if I do my makeup in the other room, the light isn't the same as if I do it here, knowing I got my ring light. So just
and
do
if you're not
here.
slugging, you are doing yourself a disservice. You should have started slugging last month when I said people
what
needed
is
to start
slugging?
Slugging?
Slugging.
I missed that too.
Yeah, you take your eye cream and whatever eye cream you use, it
That's
can be
what I
cheap
thought
or
of.
it can be expensive. So this is just whichever one I have. This is Confidence in an eye cream. So whichever one. First thing you do is you just put on a random huge dollop of it under both eyes. So let me get that added. And just make sure it's something non-comedogenic. Because last thing you need is something causing milia or pimples or anything under your eyes. Because that sucks.
Non-comeda what?
Non-comedogenic. Something that doesn't cause acne.
Yeah.
Oh.
Especially if you have pustular rosacea. Look it up.
I'm just
I never
like,
had acne
watch
as a kid. Nothing. And then I get older and this happens. Purple.
I don't have it either, but I think the immunosuppressants are making me break out.
That could be. That could be. Amy is asking well, actually, Iris had a question also, but Amy wanted to know she has purple concealer and no idea what you use purple for. I know green is for red. Purple is for...
Purple is for yellow?
Yellow?
Why you use yellow? Why you do that to cover up yellow? I'm not really sure. So.
Yeah, that
very
one's
few
weird.
people are yellow unless you're like jaundiced or...
Exactly. Or have a bruise. Maybe bruise correct. If you got a bruise under your eye, you might be able to do something for that, maybe. And Iris wanted to know, Siren, do you have those makeup subscriptions?
I do not.
I've got Ipsy, but they're only the sample size. I love my
Ipsy.
Ipsy one.
Ipsy and BoxyCharm merged.
Did they? I didn't know
Yes,
that.
they did.
Okay. Amy uses orange under her eyes. And Iris is like, what? What? Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I mean, do you see my face and how hard I'm concentrating on Siren right now?
Okay.
I know, I love it. This is
After
what we
you
used
tap
to do
in
on
your eye
Cantina.
cream of whatever type you use, then you need
Okay.
something occlusive, whether it's a balm or whether it's like Vaseline or Aquaphor or something. Something that's going to hold in moisture.
Okay.
And then you just cover it.
I've got lots of Aquaphor
Okay.
for my
That
tattoo.
makes sense. Ew, that's not going to look right. Well, say la vie.
And you cover it and you sleep in it. And
And
that
that'll help
occlusive
with
stuff will hold in your moisture. And that helps keep in the moisture to help plump up your fine lines and
Plump, plump, plump. The wrong things
Like-
in me plump.
Are fun lines and bags the same thing? Is that what you're referring to as
no,
fun
Smile
lines?
lines?
bags aren't the same thing. But
What are you referring to as fun lines?
fine lines.
Oh, fine lines. Okay.
Amy, you and my mom is like huge. I need to get better about skincare. I used to have
too.
Origins mushroom one. They have a mushroom line that's really great for rosacea.
Yeah, but what I use, because I want to do it every day,
Yeah.
I use this stuff that you order online from JCat, this little El Cheapo thing that's like $7, because I want to do it every day. Because if you use Vaseline or Aquaphor, it's going to melt, and that runs like down here, and it might cause like big pimples there on the sides of my nose. That's not very pretty. That's not pretty.
No, that's not good at all.
I use this, and that's hydrating serum, and I swear by it. And it's only like $3, and this will last me for like 2 months.
I've been so mad recently. Sephora, my lipstick that I love is by Bite. I love Bite as a brand. They stopped carrying Bite, and I'm so mad because it was like my favorite. The color that I had was great, and now I can't find it. So
Google it.
And I threw away my last. Yeah.
Google it.
Well, I threw away my last, so now I've got to go figure out what color it was. So, and also I've got to figure that one out. But I also need to get me some more foundation because this is starting to get low. Oh, not too bad. I've got some space. So Navigator's like, wait, what did you order, Siren?
It's JCat Eye Assurance. Focus.
Focus.
There it goes.
Yay!
Yeah, eye
Eye
assurance.
assurance.
Anti-fatigue. Oh, if only cooling eye cream.
Under eye balm. It doesn't. There are 3 different kinds, but it really doesn't matter which one you get. I just got the pink one.
Okay.
Because pink is pretty. No, I'm just kidding.
Pink
But
is party.
it
It's party. It's party.
I mean, obviously, I'm a little biased to pink.
You know, Angie, my mom takes her makeup off with Vaseline. She literally takes Vaseline, and she's got the most gorgeous skin for someone her age. I mean, really gorgeous skin. But I'm like, ugh. As a kid, the day, Halloween would come, and she'd take off all my makeup from Halloween, and I just, ugh, it felt so yuck.
Well, they used to market it as an eye makeup remover, so I mean...
And then we had to put it on our teeth whenever I was in the drill team so that we would make sure that we would smile.
Oh, okay. Got it. That makes sense.
Yeah.
So,
oh my, because you don't want to touch that with your mouth.
Oh, no, you do not. And you would just lick it off me, wouldn't you? Yes, you would. You'd lick it off me. I'm slowly trying to cut all of this one's hair off, and it's not working, but we got half the body cut. Isn't that the weirdest look? It's like, okay, half a shaggy dog. Yeah.
That looks like a turkey neck.
The day they arrived on the planet. Oh my God, I'm losing it. I am so freaking losing it right now. What are you looking at me for? What? So let's see, Amy.
Oh, it has lava water in it.
Okay, wait. What's lava water?
I thought lava was just
I'm
lava.
like, what's lava water is what I really... Cassie, what are you doing behind me? Oh my gosh, Simon, Theodore, Alvin, and Garfield, I love it. Oh my God, I love it, Iris. Yeah, I'm sitting here trying to think lava water. Okay, lava hits water and it goes...
I thought it got hard.
Oh no, let me see if I can find this. When lava hits water, it explodes completely.
Well, that would make sense why how lava lamps work. So never mind. I just sounded really dumb.
No. Most people don't. They don't really see. Let me see if I can find one that won't get me in trouble. And so yeah, lava is actually, because we have another Hawaiian island being developed right now. And it's out under the water. It's going to be another couple thousand years before it finally comes out.
You're all talking
I will never
like
see
it's going to happen in like a couple of weeks.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Well, it's like I was telling Robbie, we've got the Big Island has this one crack going down the edge of it. And that whole shelf is going to come off, and it's going to cause a mega tsunami at some point. Okay, sometime in the next 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 years. So,
If we're
and he's
here.
like, I'm not coming over there. Not if there's going to be a tsunami. I'm like, next 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 years.
I
Yeah,
don't
that's
think
a
you'll
little
be
long
here,
to be away from
Robbie.
Hawaii. And so,
Like, I'm moving next week.
exactly. I'm out of there. I'm out of there if they're going to do that. Oh my God, what is this? Banana thrown into Iceland volcano?
Well, that just reminds me of that video, the end of the world video, where it's like we have China, Russia, India, UK, us with nukes, and like, do you know what video I'm talking about? The end of the world? And it's
No.
like, oh
Sorry,
my
I gotta see
God.
this.
Oh
I'm
my
like,
gosh.
it's gonna melt. It's gonna melt. Oh wait. Oh no, it landed on the cold side, but it's gonna cook. Yeah, no, he didn't land it in the lava. He landed it on the. Okay, now it's gonna get totally cooked, disappear. Well, so there's the proof that you don't step into lava and just dissolve into nothing. So yeah.
What was
Oh,
what was
lava
the
versus
point of
water.
that?
That's not lava. That's iron, I bet. That's cold or cooling. Oh, that's cool.
It doesn't seem very
Actually,
healthy for your pool.
No, it does not. Exactly. It does not. And I actually, one time when I was in high school, I remember we went down to Kilauea was exploding, and we went down to the water, got literally between here and maybe 5 feet away from the lava. It was going slow. It wasn't the real fast stuff. And it was entering the water also. Oh my God. It felt like you had your head inside the oven. It was so freaking hot. But it was cool. It was really cool. Yeah, Amy, Amy, I've got to figure this out. Lava what? What is it made out of now?
You have to go watch, and you have to type in "end of the world," and it's like back from the E-Bombs World website, like a long time ago, like in the 90s.
Well, there's a lot of things. What website's it on? Do you know?
Oh, if you just type it into YouTube.
I did. I've got tons of things popping up.
Okay,
How will the world end? Okay, yeah. Depending what it is. And also, well, it could be actually, Amy, lava rock is amazing for filtering stuff. It actually does a good job filtering if you send it through the lava water. Send water through lava rock. It actually will filter it. And in fact, that's most of our water comes that direction. So it does a good job. Yes.
Okay, well, I got to hop off here because I got to work in the morning.
Actually, I'm going to be, I hate to do this. It's 8:15 and I need to get going too. So first of all, Siren Sia, I am going to play one song that I promised to play. Oh my God, did I delete the song? I may have deleted a song. Oops, I got to go find it again. Here it is. So thank you, Siren, for popping up. And yes, you're doing Amy's and my makeup when we get to Vegas for, makeovers. You could do makeovers on us. How's that? Ooh, okay, never mind. So, thank you, Siren, though. Yeah, no, thank you. And Miss KK, we had some good discussions up here today. So, okay, let me pull this up so I can do the bye-bye, Siren.
Bye, Siren. It was good seeing you.
Let me pull this up. So as some of you guys, and film it. Exactly, Missy. That would be required. Yeah, let me know. I'd love to know that. So, okay, I've got some of you who come to Cantina know I do this. There is another creator by the name JP, and he does music. And even though I have not gotten my song, even though he's done others yet, I will continue playing his. I love JP. I love to kid him about that. And JP is cool.
We're gonna do a collab. Yeah.
I always try to play one of his songs, always.
Now that he's finally heard me sing.
There you go. There you go. I know I was singing a song before I started the live tonight because I've just been in the mood for seeing karaoke lately. So start selling food online. Ooh, spinach, beans, cheese flavored tortillas. Oh my God, that sounds good. I am starting up an Etsy store for my diamond painting and my jewelry. So that will be happening very soon now if anyone wants to buy anything. So, or have fun. But yeah, no, I've been having fun selling stuff on the side, so might as well. So what?
Oh, never mind. You already answered. I was gonna ask you about this shirt, but you already answered.
Yeah, exactly. And thank you because yeah, definitely if we could do something with that. So it's funny how those things happen. But anyhow, here we go. We'll finish this off with JP Hansen turning in time. Let me do this. And I should have music playing. Let me know if it's not. It'll hopefully play too. There we go.
I have some things that I need to say from the bottom of my heart. Your little boy is now a man. Oh, please won't you understand? You taught me well, as I can tell. You're a blessing in disguise. Oh, father stripped, but he knew well, even when you didn't see eye to eye. This world keeps turning in time. Through the years I've crossed too many lines, but still got you on my mind. Through the years I've seen so many signs, and still I'm turning in time. I'm turning time. Now I know you wish me well, but you know time will tell. So I want you to know right now I'm like a heartbroken clown. Really need you to see in me just what you refuse to believe. So as you hear this song, just know for me you've been strong. Oh, just know for me you've been strong. This world keeps turning in time. Through the years I've crossed too many lines, but still I got you on my mind. Through the years I've seen so many signs, and still I'm turning in time. Ooh, I'm turning in time.
And with
beautiful.
that, I love his music. And with that, I did want to tell you guys, if anyone else has any music or things like that they'd like me to share at the end of Cantina, please send me the link to it. Okay, I know we have a lot of talent out there, So if there's something you'd like me to play at the end as an outro, let me know. So hope you guys have a great rest of your night. Wrigley is falling asleep slowly but surely. And also, I will see y'all later. Say goodbye, Wrigley. No, you just want to lay here. Okay. The life of a dog. Wouldn't it be great? So thank you, my dear KK. Up here comes someone else getting very, very jealous. Are you getting jealous? Yeah, you want to say hi too? Yes, the Diva
Oh,
Peta. Yes,
yeah.
the Diva Peta. Exactly. So, okay. Oh, are you crying? I wish everyone could hear you. Okay. Aloha, gang. Thank you, KK, for being up here today. Thank you, all of you hanging out in chat. And I will, oh my God, someone's getting noisy. I'll talk to you later. Aloha. Mahalo. Bye-bye.